Welcome back. We're in our winners final where we have two incredibly talented teams ready to take it on. Team Breaker versus Team iSpiteful in our winners final of the Halo Hub BTB Invitational presented by 7-Eleven Canada. Tony, it's been a phenomenal competition thus far. How are you feeling about these two teams?
Yeah, so far I'm loving that. We've seen Team Breaker just go in, really dominate some of the competition, like even the likes of Top win the 2-0, and then even against Team Accelerate, which is one of the favorites in this tournament, they came out with that 2-1 win. However, you can't sleep on Team iSpiteful. They're the real deal. They have to go through Team Red Gear and Oath in order to make it here. So one of the first times the first time we're seeing iSpiteful on stream, and I wonder how they're going to go up against the likes of Team Breaker.
Well, Mighty just came out with a huge play, right? Able to take down two players out of that Warhog. Expect to see him putting in some work. One of our few pros in today's tournament, pro player for Navi over in Europe. And we're seeing some Banshee moves. This is a player that's obviously familiar with how to use the Banshee, and I love this strategy, trying to find the best way possible. Now that shade turret is going to be a problem, but if they can find a way to get the answer, I love the Banshee plays thus far.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not only casting this, I'm taking notes right now. Like, big plays being made as we're taking as little damage as possible with that Banshee. Give him a little loop-de-loop and pull. And them wings are looking cool. Being icy with this Banshee, laying down the law, still hasn't been taken down. This is the longest that we've seen a Banshee so far in the skies. Clearly, Team iSpiteful have played a bit of big team battle in their day.
Yeah, I love the strategy. It's not necessarily about getting the kills. It's more about getting damage, letting your team push forward, and keeping the air superiority. But finally, the skewer comes in play. Junk ship sends him to the watery graves. Banshee out of play, but definitely the most effective Banshee we've seen thus far.
Ghost is coming in as well,
no.
but can't quite find the kill. Gets hijacked, but wait, was that a part of the strategy? Like, get hijacked, so you just stick it in the wall right there?
Yeah, you're right. You're like, hey, you can sit there. Let me shoot you on your way down. That's unfortunate.
I see you, Smarty. I see you.
Well, here we go. They have rockets, so right now Team Breaker do have the rockets and a Hydra. Oh my God, you see how much damage that Ghost just took. This Ghost on its last possible legs, and oh, there you go. It's gone. Not heeding the warnings, and will be taken down. Rocket's still in play. This is a great opportunity for Team Breaker. Yes, great job. Not only getting the kill, but also destroying that Warhog, putting out a play, and that means this Warhog's going to be the only one on the map. A huge opportunity for Team Breaker.
I know it's Ice, but I want to say it's like Icify is the name. So far, Icify has been killing it right now as he's laying down low with the rockets, not allowing anybody to get a hold of the Scorpion, but eventually Icify ends up going down, and that Scorpion is going to be stolen, and this is where things get bad. We've seen this Scorpion absolutely wreak havoc. In fact, Uber Nick went on a 20-0 run with it, but it's already on fire. Did it come that way? Like, is that a skin?
It was so contested off the start. They shot a rocket into it. Look at that, immediately taking down the Hydra, putting in work. And the thing is that Team Breaker, they still have a Scorpion of their own that's being a little bit more passive on this push. But now with a Scorpion advantage on the map, you have to figure Team Breaker's in a huge advantage in this game.
Shots coming out here. This Team iSpiteful trying to find some kind of way to turn this like mid-map control into pushing into Team Breaker's base. Like, we're seeing a lot of fighting.
Trying to snipe him.
We're seeing a lot of fighting towards the mid-map, but we haven't seen anybody get like clear control and really turn that into offense and get into their opponent's base. And I think that's what both teams are seemingly struggling with right now. Even the Scorpion, not enough for Team Breaker to break through the defenses, and now we're taking all of this damage. I wonder how long this Scorpion's gonna last for.
Yeah, that Banshee's been pestering the Scorpion, and well, they finally take care of the Banshee with Space Crab's skewer. That might just be enough for it to let through. The flag is out, but you have a tank, right? And tank beats everything. Now we're gonna go home. The shot doesn't go through, so even though Team Breaker has a tank advantage in this game, it's not giving, it doesn't give them the flag cap. Nothing is free.
Objective efficiency definitely going towards Team Spiteful right there as we see the pull come out, but not able to get it much further. Stopped short, barely off of the base, and now some more Warthog play coming out of Team Spiteful.
Yeah, this is huge for Team Spiteful. They can get this. You've seen a lot of numbers being pushed from Team Breaker towards that tank, and they're trying to take advantage of the weak side in order to get another flag opportunity. This Banshee, oh no, it's devastation. Those nades are doing so much work keeping that tank out of play. The tank is still alive though. The nade, it was dropped off. Oh no, the tank. Gone. Kill. Finally, the tank taken out, but Rabu was able to get 2 before he goes, and he's still alive, trying to get to the face of Mighty's. Mighty's able to get that kill, and I wonder if that Banshee's still up for grabs. I felt like, yeah, you see a Banshee laying on the ground right now. Who can get towards that Banshee?
If you thought the dynamo grenades were annoying in 4v4 play, just imagine how you feel in 12v12 when it's taking down 2 vehicles as Spiteful puts the second flag cap, and we've seen 3 flag caps so far, and Team iSpiteful with that objective efficiency, even when losing the Slaves battle, even when losing that Scorpion tank battle, and not having one in the race, somehow they still have the lead, but Team Breaker having plenty of time.
Team Breaker has to deal with this Ghost, and that Warthog is going to be a good opportunity for it. Not taking a lot of damage, but look, Team Spiteful has 2 Ghosts, and we know the power of 2 Ghosts. It can absolutely change a map with how much they're able to dissect players on the map.
Space Crab is the first victim here. Normally I think like Warthog over Ghost, but like, I mean, double Ghost? I don't know, man. It's just straight been avoiding damage, sending that damage right back onto them. Finally, that Ghost is gonna end up on fire. Should be blowing up here very soon. Look at the grapple rocket play coming out of Rab. Oh my gosh, long range connects with the Ghost. Beautiful play by Rabu. Continue going forward as Team Breaker pushing Team Spiteful back, and we see a flagpole already.
Yeah, this is the first, I feel like, real opportunity for Team Breaker to take control of this game. Pulling this flag away, it doesn't seem like anyone from Spiteful is going to get there in time. They tried to pull a flag out, but no numbers to facilitate a run, and they're going to be able to keep 2 of these rockets in a defensive manner as they pull this flag back home. No Warthog needed this time, as we see this flag getting closer and closer to the home base.
I love how Unique is just out here like that. Don't worry, I don't just make these maps. I run these maps, as so far running that flag and ends up being stopped short, but it looks like it is going to be relayed forward, and just like that, we have a tied up game at 2 apiece, 7 minutes on the clock. Team Breaker still here.
So interesting, Marine got into that Banshee, was able to kill the flag carrier, but then went for a splatter follow-up, but that came to be their demise. Ends up being a hijack from Nade God, and it moves the Banshee control over to Team Breaker. Now they should have access to both of those. Overshields up as well right now. You're starting to see that Ghost was trying to zone out, but this Hydra shot's going to be too much to deal with, and they're going to have to burn off some rockets to try to take care of this overshielded player.
And by the way, it's the first time we're seeing Team Spiteful on stream right now. Winners bracket finals. One of these 2 will be going into the grand finals, guaranteed top 2 already. Guaranteed top 3, but in addition to not only Spiteful, you have Real Life Smart, you have the Navi crew, Jimbo, Mighty, Snakey, and the boys. I even saw Marine here coming in as a substitute as well. Plenty of capable players here on Team Spiteful, even going at the Team Breaker, which, by the way, they beat Team Accelerate. Like so far, the triangle of death on rock, paper, scissors coming at it right now, and maybe Team Spiteful might be the new #1 team.
Oh, Breaker style, and he's going for another one. His teammates take care of it first, but he is doing drive-bys. Finally, the Hydra starts connecting. He's gonna have to get out. Drift gets an overkill on the right side, but that Banshee playing a huge impact, clearing out a lane, and now you start to see Spiteful's team is stuck at the back base.
You got one player destroying with the Banshee, you got another player dropping an overkill, and that's not going to be good for Team Spiteful, as Team Breaker now have the opportunity to once again push into this base. You see J-Grab and Sergeant Avenue trying to start the push. Eventually 4 end up joining in as they're trying to overwhelm with these numbers, bring in the sword back to play. Team Spiteful fighting right back, clearing out their base and looking to convert that defense into offense once again. Jimbo not expecting the flank coming in out of nowhere. Down to one shot he goes. It's going to be Drift, slowing down Team Spiteful just a bit.
Trying to stay alive. Gets out. Rockets are up, and it's going to be rockets for Uniqlo. What is it, a gun boost that just dropped into the play? Overshields up. I'd almost give your rocket to your overshield player. Let them get through that. That's going to take care of the shade turret, right? You see that fire and forget it. That's just for the shade turret. That's going to open up some opportunities to move forward. The Warthog's starting to get in play, and there's a gun goose down, so I'd shoot those rockets, try to get a pick with them, and then maybe get that gun goose to play more of an impact into this game as you guys have control of the right side. This Warhog's priority number one. Ooh, Banshee's coming up in 19 seconds as well, Tony. And the Ghost is here. This is a huge opportunity for Breaker. They need to get away with that Ghost for sure. You cannot leave that thing sitting on the ground.
I'm gonna call you out a little bit. You talked about Unique possibly passing those rockets, the overshield player. That's not coming from you. Not the power weapon dominant player like you. I've once seen you take every power weapon on the map, put it into a vehicle, and then fly it off the map before giving it to your teammate. There's no shot you're gonna be talking about passing the rockets to your overshield player. That's fake. That's fake right here.
I'm the overshield player. You know what I'm saying? I ain't letting the overshield go to someone else. Yeah, you best believe I'm getting the rockets and I'm the overshield player in the map. The rockets, I have to get the sniper as well. There's just no other choice.
There's no other choice. And
yeah, if you give a mouse a cookie, he's gotta want more. You know what I'm saying, Tony? And he give a mouse a cookie.
How many cookies have you fed to mouses?
Yeah, hey, man,
mice.
Mouse a cookie. It's not some milk. There we go. The third flag comes in. Spiteful able to get that run going through. Let's probably take a look at the end of that game and see how that flag went through. Because honestly, I'm surprised I did not notice that a flag was on the run.
I didn't notice either. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, look at this. Look at that. That's like one of the more back and forth games. So let's see. This flag is still. I think got a little bit for you to go into this. So let's try to hit a fast forward over here. Let's see. Get into the Banshee. Okay. This Banshee was so cool. Damn.
That's it.
Yeah, right?
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Did they drive it? It looks like they're driving it. Yeah, I think they got a vehicle. I think they drove it in.
Team Spiteful now. Again, we saw Team Breaker really go the distance against Team Accelerate, who was one of the favorites. And once Team Breaker beat Team Accelerate, I said, okay, well, they're the favorites in the tournament. They're number one. Like, in my eyes, they're number one seed. And then Team Spiteful coming in out of nowhere and taking game number one and ultimately momentum in this series. I don't know who my favorite is right now, but what I do know, there's only 4 teams left in this tournament. Team Breaker and Team Spiteful, one of these teams going to be advancing forward into the grand finals automatically. Team Talk Win and Team Accelerate are going at it in the lower bracket round number 3. There's only 4 teams left in this tournament so far. The invitation has been absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, 7-Eleven Canada. Everybody go to your 7-Eleven, local 7-Eleven right now. Get yourself one of them beef patties. Get yourself one of them pizzas. Make sure you get. You already know. I'm gonna get me a Slurpee and enjoy the rest of the tournament because it's been crazy so far.
Hey, you know, back when I was working construction, bro, sometimes those 7-Elevens, they come in clutch, bro. You get in, get you a nice pizza. It only takes a couple minutes. Even if they're not available, you just order one. A couple minutes.
3 minutes.
You got a nice pizza right for you, ready to get down. And you know, I'll say that it's called a convenience store for a reason, because 7-Eleven Canada's, man, they are convenient. Get whatever you need at any time, any day. Great of them to come out here and support the Halo scene. Let's see if we can give them some love back in. Now, in fact, I believe if you want to order online, Tony, I believe you can use code GAMER, $7 off of your first 7 Now order.
Wait, we're not gonna talk about the taquitos? Are we gonna sit here and not talk about the Monterey Jack Taquito? We gonna sit here and not talk about the Buffalo Chicken Rollers? I mean, come on now. You working a hard day. You know you're not trying to wait for a full course dinner. Like you said, convenience. Go into your local 7-Eleven. Make sure you get them taquitos. That what like $3 for $1.22. That's just value. Value on top of value. Go to your local 7-Eleven immediately, especially if you're in Canada.
You know what I'd get every time when I went to 7-Eleven? I would always get the wrap snacks. You know what I'm saying? Fetty Wap. I got the Fetty Wap chips. Ooh, those hit hard.
Okay.
But, yeah, make sure you go check out your 7-Eleven Canada. They have everything you could possibly need. Just like how we have all the Halo action you could possibly need on LVT Halo.
Ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 is on the way. It's gonna be total control. And let me tell you, if there's one thing that I did notice from both of these squads, I feel like they're so evenly matched that neither one of them are going to be able to get that total control that they need. It's going to be an absolute fight. This is not going to be a quick 3-0. They are going to go down to the wire. It was amazing game number 1 to capture the flag. I would love to see a game 3 between these two juggernauts, but either way, we got Team Breaker going up against Team Spiteful. Will it be a 2-0 sweep, or will we see that game number 3?
They'll try to get their player to the skewer as fast as possible, disabling the Warhawk, but the Warhawk's just a distraction. Oh my god, he's lining it up, he's taking him down, double kill. Finally, Jimbo puts up the rest, but not before the skewer got away, and now it's a dogfight in the air, but the skewer comes in handy, taking him down, and it's air superiority for Team Breaker.
Overshield the hands of Lure. And you don't even need no power weapon. You don't even need to use the bandit. Right now, it's all about that bandit rifle. Forget the bulldog, forget everything else. And of course, it's iSpiteful once again taking to the skies with this Banshee, avoiding as much damage as possible. Gives a little loop-de-loop and pull, and somehow iSpiteful still alive. This is tough. When you have a Banshee that's moving this well, like, how do you deal with this?
It's honestly one of the hardest things to hit with the bandit rifle. That's why the bandit rifle is pretty ineffective at taking out the Banshee from long range, just because of how fast they can move. You notice that he's doing the loop-de-loops even though there's no rockets or Banshee on him. Oh, Jay Grad, you can't be getting that greedy. He'll put you down in the grave any day, and Team Breaker get the opening point within 2 minutes of this game.
I told you before, I don't think they make windshield wipers strong enough to wipe the Spartans off the screen, off your screen, so it's gonna be really hard for him to see anymore. So at that point, he's gonna hop right out.
That's Halo Infinite if it was more accurate, you know what I'm saying? That's some Master Chief stuff right there.
Now, I've only landed like fist to the ground, almost like an armor lock position, like just fist to the ground, like on one knee, like that'd be kind of sick.
That could have been like a Halo Reach trailer, like in 2010. That's how cool that was.
And hold on. Whoa. Team Spiteful somehow taking Bravo, Charlie, and Alpha at the same time. Watch out. Meanwhile, Mighty's off the screen, able to earn an overkill. J-Grab and Mighty's might have gone down, but Team Spiteful coming in out of nowhere. And just like that, we're tied up in one apiece. And once again, plenty of time on the board. I thought this was going to be a stalemate. I thought this was going to be back and forth, but these teams are coming at it a lot faster than I expected.
Yeah, and this is the power of 2 ghosts, though. You see how fast they were able to recover, and look at the coordination right here, right? This Team Spiteful, they're right on top of not only A and C, but they also had players towards B. They're gonna be able to get these first 2 hills right away, and now they can swarm together to get towards B, and you can leave your ghost players to deal with the tank. No, a rocket comes through, the tank shot the other extreme. Breaker might just be able to break this map open with that tank. You see Spiteful's team trying to get towards their tank in time, but it's already wreaking havoc over here for Breaker.
Team Breaker already able to take down Bravo and now working on Alpha at the same time, and just like that, a 2-1 start. Team Spiteful are able to answer right back, but they are not giving away Bravo easily. Is Team Breaker. Alpha Bravo already set up here. One more round of slays, good round of slays onto Team Spiteful, and we can see Team Breaker move right into Charlie.
Oh, I thought he was gonna snipe him. Oh, he's going back for 2. Oh, that Banshee knows he's in danger. Oh my god, this is some actual high skill shooting right here. Oh, the Banshee just able to stay alive. I think it's fun that we have both the captains in the tanks, Spiteful in his, Breaker in the other, and it's a tank on tank battle, and right now it seems like Spiteful has the advantage. Those Hydra shots aren't going to be able to connect using that maneuvering to stay away. Breaker's tank looking a little bit worse for wear, but oh my god, we just saw Spiteful. He's on fire.
Scorpion still out and still
I think it's
doing damage.
No. Oh, the last second shots.
Both Scorpions gonna be traded out and off the map here. Team Spiteful already having the advantage onto Bravo. Looks like they're working on the trade right now. That's gonna be a huge double kill. Now turning that disruptor into a rocket. Be careful. Don't get caught reloading these rockets. That's going to be dangerous here. Charlie and Bravo once again in the hands of Team Spiteful, but it takes 3 to tango. You got to capture all 3 before you're able to earn a point. And so far, we've seen about 2.5 minutes where both of these teams continue to fight over that Bravo base.
Jimbo letting it rip. Rocket Mary from across the map, and right now, you see Team Breaker struggling to get back towards B. They need to get there in time. Right now, Team Spiteful looking to not only get B, also get A at the same time. They need to get to this hill before the captures come in.
We almost seen all 3 plots being taken at the same time here for Spiteful, but everybody's still fighting here out of Team Breaker. In fact, we just seen 3 consecutive kills, make it 4 before finally someone on Team Spiteful is able to answer back, and this Warthog is on fire. But so is Team Breaker right now. Alpha's almost taken here once again. The double cap in favor of Team Breaker, but can they play through it? Can they put Spiteful down for the final time and move in for Charlie?
God's trying to give out all that information, but the shock grenades will eventually lay him to rest. The Dynamo's disabling that vehicle, and now that Warhog not going to have any more impact. And well, Team Spiteful, I'd like to see one player from Team Spiteful really initiate a flanking effort. I think that might be J-Grab over there, trying to get up to that high ground in order to get into a flank. But I think you're going to see a lot of back and forth. These 3 hills, the way that they're situated, it's so tough to break into that last hill just because of how the spawns work. You need to force a far spawn, right? And if J-Grab can get a little bit forward and force the spawners out towards cave where the rockets spawn, that's how they're going to get an advantage.
Let me tell you, man, Ludo, he's smooth with his ghost. I can just tell, man. The way he's able to avoid all of that damage, even though it's like practically on fire, about to go down here, Ludo really avoiding all that damage. And one vehicle that's great at avoiding damage and still dealing it out to your opponents is the Wraith. I don't care how many times you're gonna go after it. If you're a good Wraith player, a good Wraith pilot, the enemy team is going to struggle.
Yeah, the shade turn on the Wraith is insane as we start to see the left and right movement. iSpiteful with the Wraith. Not quite able to get that kill, but the turret will pick it up. Camouflage also in their hands. So, sorry, I love how we're seeing a lot more tanks in this version of the map than we were seeing before, Tony. We've seen Scorpions, we've seen Wraiths thus far. It's been the heavy hitters coming out thus far.
So far, it's been 5 minutes since the score was tied up at 1 apiece, and we've seen Bravo change hands what, a good like 7-8 times since that 12.5-minute mark. These teams again evenly matched and fighting so hard, but it's still Team Spiteful that have the advantage. They only need 1 more win in order to knock Team Breaker down to the elimination bracket. Team Breaker desperately needing this. That's why they're fighting so hard for Bravo right now, as once again they look to take it back. This Wraith just doing damage up to every single vehicle, every single Spartan. Marine gets absolutely obliterated here. The save, that's going to be a double kill. It's K-Matify who ends up going down as well, and multiple members of Spiteful are just swarming in like hordes of zombies, and eventually they are able to deal with the Wraith. Alpha and Bravo here for Team Breaker, but Team Spiteful quickly moving into both Bravo and Alpha.
Yeah, the tank only being taken care of because of the Banshee that goes in the sky. A hard counter to the Wraith just because of how hard it is to take down. But look at this. We got a dogfight once again. They're going at it. left and right. Who comes out on top? Heavy damages for both these Banshees, and it's going to be iSpiteful taking down Ghost. Air superiority for Team Breaker.
You know, in the HS, we oftentimes will give like accommodations, you know, like best support player, best Slayer. Like, I feel like when it comes to iSpiteful, best Banshee player. In this whole tournament, hands down, we giving him the best Banshee player award.
Oh, look at this. He's going to be able to get the skewer, and not necessarily his job to get right into the play and get kills with the skewer. More needs to take care of whatever vehicles can come on his way, but hey, a killing frenzy for iSpiteful. This man has been insane. Pick up the stalker rifle.
Ooh.
Oh, a little greedy.
I'm really surprised he left it not to go for that stalker. I mean, eventually ends up going down. It probably would have got the stalker rifle anyways, but we're seeing Team Breaker moving for the third cap in Charlie, but they're not watching Bravo. Bravo ends up going in. Charlie almost done. It looks like Real Life Spartan is able to connect with that skewer shot. It's gonna be huge as he takes down Unique. It's gonna be huge, but still, Team Breaker is still funneling in. They're going after Charlie, and right as they take Charlie, it looks like Bravo gonna change hands. Spiteful and team are doing everything they can to take B, but they are on their back foot. They need to clutch it out.
Yeah, B, oh, look at all the pressure that Team Breaker's putting in. The ghosts are up, but isn't going to be enough. You see Ludo with his trying to get towards B, but look at all the numbers for Team Breaker inside the hill. It's going to be point number 2 for this squad. As long as they can get to C, they have to secure C. Look at all the numbers. All the vehicles are heading towards C. Everyone knows what needs to get done. Get into the hill.
Wow. And just like that, a 2-1 start. It's almost 8 minutes of gameplay from the moment they tied up to see that second cap go in favor of Team Breaker, but it's 2-1, and now less than 5 minutes on the clock for Team Spiteful to try to come in and steal this game back. What was rightfully theirs, Team Breaker trying to send us into a game 3.
Now look at how much pressure Team Breaker has on the map. Team Spiteful back towards the base. The hills are in, and look at who's capturing all 3 right now. Team Breaker going for the jugular in the late game.
Oh, hold on. Alfred Bravo coming quick. Charlie's almost done.
He's there. Oh, it's there.
Oh my! And just like that, Team Breaker take it like a 7-Eleven Canada pizza in 3 minutes. They're done. Game 2. Goes to Team Breaker.
And that means we have a game 3 situation. It's tied 1-1. We're moving back to Slayer once again. And it's so impressive at the end of how coordinated this Latin American squad was, to Breaker leading them in this charge. But you see, look at right now. If we pause this, we can really see at the position of the team of Team Breaker. Look at how forward they are on this map, right? So the next zone is going to come down by the downed Pelican. There's going to be one over by the rocket spawn, right? And then you're going to have one in the middle. Look at how far Spiteful is back towards their base. They don't have any pressure, and then you can also see high ground being won by Team Breaker right now as well. Realize Spartan and Spartanet trying to get a backdoor entrance towards C, but they're eventually taken care of, and then you can see the spawners from Team Breaker are able just to refill, get in where they need to go, and that's why you see such a fast capture.
It is absurd to me that it took over 8 minutes of gameplay from the moment that we were tied up at 1 apiece for another capture to come in. And what, here it took 8 seconds of gameplay from the moment those hills became capturable for them to put that third cap into Team Breaker. Wow, well played in that game number 2. And with the way these two are playing, it would have been a crime not to have it go to game 3. Honestly, they've both been incredible. We're going to a game 3 Slayer. Who's gonna come out on top?
I love how Big T Battle's been played, to be honest, Tony. I feel like we're seeing something that needs to become more of a stay in the competitive Halo world. I think we might need to have a Big Ten Battle League with how this stuff is going, Tony. It's been so entertaining to watch the counter plays, to see the vehicles in use, to see the players that have been grinding their time on Big Team Battle, waiting. I mean, iSpiteful in particular. I mean, that guy's been absolutely insane, Tony, what he's been able to do in this Banshee.
Yeah, I said it before, you know, we give away accolades, you know, to like best support player, best slayer, best objective player in the HCS, and best Banshee player has to go to iSpiteful. This guy is incredible, and everything he does is incredible. Like from the Banshee slays that you're seeing here to the way that he exits it when it's out of fire. Does that flip, comes out, lands in, and the only thing that make that better is him landing in an armor lock position. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Everything he does in a Banshee is cool. Let me peace out, bro. Ghost ride the whip and then gets right to action. Everything this man does involving the Banshee is straight fire.
Yeah, he get right back into the fight too. I'm telling you, man, he might be a Spartan, but he's cosplaying as ODST. You know what I'm saying? Shock drop trooper right there, dropping down into the action from his Banshee, and I really was really impressed with iSpiteful. Remember, he also went on a killing frenzy later in this game as well, and really showed the power of having a singular Banshee on the map. Right? We saw a couple times where the Banshee was so impactful, not only for Team Breaker, but also for Team Spiteful. Remember when the Wraith was making such an impact, Team Spiteful's Banshee was able to take care of the Wraith on the other side.
Yeah, I feel like when we've seen this map being played, we've seen multiple different ways that teams would like to play with their Banshee, like almost like a queen on a chessboard. Like some people get aggressive, willing to sacrifice their queens and like trade it out when they're playing chess and get into their opponents. But some teams, they really treasure that queen, they treasure that Banshee, and I feel like when it comes to Team Breaker and iSpiteful, they definitely do everything they can to protect that Banshee and play through it and let that damage and those kills go through the Banshee. That is their strategy, and it is working.
I think we did have a crash. I don't think we're gonna see this game continue on. iSpiteful is like, hey, if I had a crash, and I'm gonna go have my fun in my Banshee. As we see Team Breaker not really fighting back at the moment. So we're gonna see a reset, as we're gonna have to see a player get back into this lobby.
Yeah, in a Slayer match, we need all 12 people in here. we need all 12 on each team. We gotta make sure this is fair. I'm not mad at this at all, and it happened so early in the game that I think it warrants a reset. Luckily, we'll do just that. And when it comes to this map, Deadlock, if you're on this squad, are you trading out your Banshee as fast as possible, or are you a master Banshee? Are you able to hide on that top tower and avoid damage? Are you able to do the little loop-de-loops like iSpiteful? How are you playing your Banshee?
I'm getting my Banshee. I'm instantly trying to trade off Banshees off the board, right? Like you said, back to chess. Sometimes you just have to get the queens off the board. They're too powerful, right? You offer yours up, but at a cost of theirs, right? Make sure you get right into their face, blow theirs up, and ensure that you have the timers down pat as well. The Banshee's a little bit unique. It doesn't follow the strict timer of some of the other vehicles in the game. I believe it has a dynamic spawn. I'm sure someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but depending on when your Banshee's blown up is when it'll come back, not that static spawn that we see with some of the vehicles. So keeping an idea of when your Banshee's going to be up, or even more importantly, when the other Banshee's up, I think is what Spiteful has to do. Team Spiteful needs to ensure that when they know that the other Banshee's up, that they get some sort of vehicle over there to just instantly pound it with damage and ensure that it's not going to be playing much of an impact.
Well, see, now, if what you're saying is correct, and the Banshee does come up as a dynamic spot as opposed to a static one, wouldn't an amazing strategy be to get the Banshee, immediately throw it off the map, destroy it, so that when the second round of Banshees come out, you get yours first? I think that's an amazing strategy.
Yeah, I think, you know, we can have all the strategies you want, but strategies go out the door as soon as you get hit hard in the face, right? You know what I'm saying? All it takes is a punch in the face, and while iSpiteful, you let him go do anything for more than 2 seconds, it seems like he's throwing a jab right into your nose.
Look at another one. Look at it. Wait, who is this guy, bro? Jason Bourne over here, bro. Like, look at what?
Yeah, it's so sick.
That is like, we're calling that the iSpiteful from now on. Like that is the iSpiteful move. As your bitch is about to die, give a little flippy flip, and as your tail hits the backhand side, you know, the south, then you just hop out and land on the ground and just keep on slaying. And that is beautiful.
Dude, there's so many cool action shots that we see with these Banshees, bro. We need more maps that have Banshees. No, the Wasp I think is a little overtuned, a little too powerful in my opinion. The Banshee I think is a little undertuned. It could probably get a little bit of a buff, but I'd love to see more maps that utilize the Banshee. I think any map that has Wasp right now, kind of replace it with Banshee. I think it'd be better off.
Now I have a question for you, and I want you to. To be brought back from other Halo games, what would it be?
Oh, not the Hornet, but the other one. What's the one that has the turrets on the side? So that's like team oriented.
Is that that's not the Hornet? I thought it was the Hornet.
The Hornet's like the one-man one, right? Where you have like you can like shoot it by itself. Dude.
So that a Pelican? Is it a Pelican?
No, Pelican's the big dropship. The Falcon, there we go. Someone's got
the Falcon. Oh,
bro,
man.
The Falcon's sick. I'd love that Falcon. You got 2 minigunners on your side. That'd be so sick. It almost feels like it kind of feels like the helicopter from what's that game called? Battlefield. Ooh, I love Falcons. I think they're so fun.
See, I'm going weapon. I want a sticky detonator. I want the sticky detonator so bad. I want
you don't want
that
the
back
pro pipe?
so bad, bro. The grenade launcher is cool. Sticky detonator is like more versatile, more fun. Like you can like set mine and like leave it for a while and what. I like the grenade launcher. I just feel like the sticky detonator is like more fun and more crazy.
I'd love to see a Falcon back in the game. Sticky detonator is cool. I think the pro pipe would be, I think, a little bit more fun for me. And look at how fast they tore apart that Optic Gaming Warhog.
14-6 lead coming from Team Breaker, but mind you, I mean, I feel like Team Breaker have done this before back in the winners bracket semifinals, where they started with 23-4 onto Team Accelerate, and then at one point going into the end game, Team Accelerate had a 91-90 lead. So they start off with these big leads, but now the question is, can they continue to keep that pressure on? Because Team Spiteful have been able to match them at every single turn. So we see another huge lead for Team Breaker. Now again, it's about keeping that lead and not throwing it away.
Naga just got a huge rocket, able to take down 2 players, and now control of the base, looking to find some more. And I love that his teammate able to cover for him, keeping that rocket in play. These rockets proving to have a devastating impact early in this game.
Assault rifle get traded out for a skewer. Oh, but hold on, where did that dynamo grenade come from? Somehow able to stay alive. Warthog's being pinged. He said, you know what, I'm gonna keep holding this skewer for later. Let me pick up somebody and let's try to make some waves with this Warthog. This could be huge. Got the gunner.
Let him get it. Dude, it's so frustrating. Get dropped. No, he has the right idea. He has the right idea. No, Leor's just gonna drive it away. No. See, I like the idea. He's like, oh well, this is so awkward. But giving your skewer to the overshield player to let them go through. Though it's not the worst idea to have your overshield in that seat, because they can just take more damage to get through. But obviously there was a thought process that just doesn't get executed upon killing spree for Axel early in this game. And well, came out of fight with the new rockets. He's gonna be able to find himself 2, taking down that Warhog before too much damage can be done.
Even the overshield wasn't enough to stop those rockets from coming in, and the entire Warthog ends up going down, and that's gonna be a double kill coming in. And now we see the pings coming out. Warthog is up. Okay, Mattify looking to zone them out and looking to keep them away with the rockets, but Magical coming out of nowhere with that sword, making him disappear. That's the magic trick he was looking for. 46-32 lead for Team Breaker as we're moving on to the midway point of this game, and Team Breaker still have control.
A huge counter for Magical right there. Prevents the rockets from staying in the hands of Spiteful. But here we go. Pro player Mighties. He has the new Banshee. And I think we're going to see the difference between a veteran and a player that doesn't have quite as much experience with the Banshee. Look at how fast she had melted. That's the skill difference between iSpiteful and some of these players in the lobby. Putting hours in with that Banshee is the difference. And you see iSpiteful already whipping it out. He has the only Banshee in the sky.
Oh, how the Z Mighty have fallen, as Mighty not able to stay alive with that Banshee. And who do you think this is that got the Banshee right now?
This is 100% iSpiteful.
Let's see.
Absolutely, bro.
Let's see if he uses the pillar.
Oh,
okay.
Oh yeah, you can see right there, iSpiteful is in, and this guy is absolutely turnt when it comes to using this weapon, or I should say vehicle. But the thing I love about the Banshees, he's not necessarily using it to get kills. He's getting info to his team, and then he's using it as a weapon to put down damage, right? It's not necessarily about getting kills. You take down the vehicles that you can find, right? Put down the necessary damage, and then stay alive, get info, help your teams with pushes.
I'm still amazed at this play to like this tower like cannon thing, and to be able to use this to not like third person peek and find out where the enemies are, but to avoid taking damage. I love it. I'm literally gonna load a big team battle tonight and try to practice that. Obviously I won't be able to do it because I'm not iSpiteful, but I'm definitely gonna practice doing that because that is huge, and one of the reasons why iSpiteful is able to get so much more value out of these Banshees than say Mighty did earlier.
Still in the sky looking for more damage, and they're trapped in the back. Jimbo's trying to stay alive, but Jimbo, you'll have to see the respawn screen. iSpiteful with another. Ghost is in trouble, but the Hydra shots are coming through. It's gonna have to make him back down. Disabled, but not down yet. He's coming back into the action, able to get Spartanet right away. Oh my God, iSpiteful styling in the skies.
My man just hit a 360 kickflip while being EMP turned it into a kill, and now we're talking about just 19, making 18 more kills here for Team Breaker to come out with the win, and somehow Team iSpiteful still can't deal with this flying death machine in the hands of iSpiteful. It might be over if they can't destroy it.
Oh no, J-Grab goes down, the pilot medals in. That means 5 kills in the Banshee. And finally, the skewer comes out to stake him from the skies. But now you gotta remember the Banshees are on different spawn cycles because of how long he was alive. If Team Breaker keep control the side they're on, they're gonna get the next Banshee. And with only 9 kills left to go, Team iSpiteful, they need to find an answer right now.
Yeah, forget the next Banshee. This game's gonna be over way before the Banshee comes up again. We're talking about just 7 more kills, and if you couldn't deal with the Banshee in the sky, now you have the Warthog on the ground. Just 6 more kills needed, taking a lot of damage though. Somehow able to back out of that situation and right back into the action here. Team Breaker are moving into the end game.
Oh, these rockets are gonna take them down. There we go, a few more kills, just 1 more. The Ghost trying to do his best. Real life Spartan trying to do it all, but eventually the Warhog gets the job. And I mean, honestly, the biggest difference, the biggest swing we saw was when iSpiteful gets away with the